Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. Today the next topic of communication system is the need of modulation. So what is the actual requirement of modulation? The first point is I want to share you, that is the to reduce the antenna height. Okay, this is the most important thing. The height of the antenna can be reduced with the help of modulation system. First of all, always remember, for faithful radiation of any signal, the minimum height of the antenna should be lambda by 4. So I am writing here, for faithful radiation of any signal, the minimum height of the antenna should be lambda by 4. What is lambda? Lambda is the wavelength. Okay, lambda is wavelength here. This is the main thing you have to remember. For faithful radiation of any signal, the minimum height of the antenna should be lambda by 4. Now I want to compare you that with modulation and without modulation, how the height is changing, means how much height is required without modulation and with modulation. So first of all, the transmitting antenna first converted the electrical signal into electromagnetic equivalent. Any electromagnetic signal passes through the free space with the speed of light. That means another formula is there, that is, we know that C equals to F lambda. C means the speed of light, F is the frequency, and lambda is the wavelength. So lambda can be written as C by F, right? Now I want to explain you with modulation and without modulation. So the first one is without modulation. Without modulation means you want to transmit a message signal directly through the free space. Okay, so without modulation, the frequency of the message signal, let's say around 15 kilohertz. So this is the message signal you want to transmit through the free space, right? Now what is the lambda value? Lambda is nothing but C by F. C is the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and frequency is 15 kilohertz, that means 15 into 10 to the power 3. If you cancel it, you will get this answer, 20,000 meter or 20 kilometer is the wavelength, right? Now what is the minimum height formula? Height minimum, please remember, height minimum should be lambda by 4. This you have to keep it in your mind. Okay, so the height minimum I am writing here is equals to lambda by 4. That means 20,000 divided by 4, that will come 5,000 meter. That means almost 5 kilometer. So try to understand, 5 kilometer antenna, height of the antenna is 5 kilometer. Is it practically possible? No, it is not practically possible to construct an antenna which is having height 5 kilometer. It's a very huge height. Now with modulation means now you are using the modulation concept to send a message. With modulation means frequency has been changed because the original message signal is transmitting with the help of carrier signal. Let's say the frequency has been changed and the frequency will not become 1 megahertz, always greater than, higher than the original message signal, right? So now lambda, the same formula I am applying here. You can see, we know that frequency is 1 megahertz. We know that lambda is equals to C by F. C is the 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and F means frequency, that is 1 megahertz means 1 into 10 to the power of 6. If you cancel it, you will get 300 meter, right? So this is the wavelength, 300 meter. Now what is the minimum height formula? Lambda by 4. So H minimum is nothing but lambda by 4, that means 300 divided by 4, almost nearly equals to 75 meter. Is it possible to construct an antenna which is having 75 meter? Yes, it is possible, right? Without modulation, if you want to transmit any message signal, the antenna height is required 5 kilometer, but with modulation, frequency automatically increases with the help of carrier signal. That means height, minimum height will be 75 meter. So it is practically not possible, but it can be practically possible. Practical construction of 75 meter height of antenna is practically possible, right? So that's why to reduce the height of the antenna, modulation is the most important thing, because with the modulation only frequency changes from 15 kilohertz to 1 megahertz. okay, because this is nothing but the carrier signal frequency has been added with the message signal. Is that clear to all of you? So this is how the modulation helps to reduce the height of the antenna. Thank you.